Hey, my people, let's tune in. Today we will be talking about energy from our biology definition. I'm actually loving this definition because it's helping us understand our routine better and the capacity of energy that we have, which is something I've been preaching these last few lessons. So let's get into it. We are looking at our lives and noticing what is taking away our energy versus giving to us. And we want to identify what is affecting our energy to begin with. Whenever you think about something, that requires your energy. So what are you thinking way too much about? Who, what, when, where, why? All of these factors, because you need to decide if thinking about said thing is worth your energy. You've got to look at, what am I thinking too much about? What causes negative emotions within me? What is requiring too much of my time, of my actions, of my behavior? And what factors impact those three factors is the people in our lives, our stress levels, our environment, our job, our fears, all of that in the subconscious, our body limitations, our routine. What is taking away your energy? And we're going to figure out how to store our energy so we have it for what we want in life. Let's get into it. Our definition: the capacity of organisms to carry out life's processes. Now, capacity, we've talked about this 500 times. The ability or potential to do something. We all have the same amount of energy. Where it is going is dependent on you. And you have to look at these areas in your life to notice, why don't I have the energy I need to give to each moment in my life? In the times where you're having a conversation, or you need to focus on work, or you want to start a goal, why don't I have the energy to begin with? Because it's going somewhere else. Our biology definition of capacity: the maximum amount of work an organism or cell can perform with available energy. How much energy do you have available to you? We all have the same amount of energy. Where it is going is dependent upon you. Capacity will change. The amount of energy you have in each given moment is going to change depending on the resource. The resource is your energy. How much energy you have left after you're dealing with all of these other factors in your life. Let's just direct our attention towards those factors so we can identify if that's worth our energy or not. Let's continue. The capacity of organisms to carry out life's processes. Now, organisms. You're in organisms. It's you, it's your mind, it's your body, it's your emotions, it's your behavior. We are multifaceted people. You need to ask yourself, what is re-energizing me versus leaving me depleted? In biology, an organism is a living thing. We can think about a plant, right? When you plant a seed, not only do you need the seed to plant, but you plant it in soil. Each seed needs a different type of soil. It needs water, it needs sunlight, wind, somebody to prune it, somebody to harvest it, right? You are that plant. You need all of these different factors, and you need to ask yourself, am I giving myself what I need to actually grow? Okay? So let's continue. The capacity of organisms, the ability for you to carry out, to take action, turning energy into action. And you have to understand, you need to be realistic with what you can do with your energy. How much energy do you have to begin with? And notice that your energy has priorities here. And we're going to talk about those priorities next. In biology, to carry out means to perform or complete a function. And I started thinking about, how many times have you started something that you don't complete? It's probably because you never had the energy to start that action to begin with. Let's move on. Life processes, which is the main part of this lesson today, in my opinion. The capacity of organisms to carry out life's processes. Now, in biology, life's processes is defined as necessary functions for survival. Remember, our energy has priorities here, and keeping you alive is the most important thing. So our life's processes, the functions necessary for survival, is breathing, growing, repairing, reproducing, and responding to the environment. Your attention needs to go towards this first. It is what is pulling from your energy, regardless if you want it to or not. So if you help these functions that we're about to go over, you're going to have a surplus of energy stored because your body isn't working from depletion every single day. And by the way, whatever, whoever, wherever interferes with this process has to go or needs boundaries. Sorry, it just is what it is. Sorry, not sorry. Breathing. Everybody here should be doing breath work. Even depending on where you live, it's affecting your air quality, right? Getting a, what is that called? Diffuser in your house? I don't know. I think I'm going to make a video about breathing. Anyway, growing, learning, exercising, practicing, and developing your skills. This is a part of life. You exercising and developing skills, even looking at your life, this is a skill. Repairing. Sleeping, resting, relaxing, and taking breaks. This one was extremely hard for me. I actually sleep quite a bit, to be honest, which is why I think I can heal a lot. I take time to recover, but also taking breaks from work was difficult for me at one point. What I am saying is not rocket science again. We all know we need breaks. We all know we need to get outside. Then why aren't you doing it? Reproducing, having children, and your body constantly replacing old cells. Interesting category. We're moving on. Responding to the environment. Whether you like it or not, your body is responding to your environment at all times. So making sure your environment is as comfortable to you as possible, including the weather, including your stress levels, and who you have to communicate to. You don't have time to be adjusting yourself all day. I did cut out a part of this definition at first, but it's so important that I had to bring it back. The capacity of organisms to carry out life's processes often stored in molecules like ATP. So again, once we can start regulating these life processes, now my energy gets stored. I'm transforming my life, making sure I'm sleeping, making sure I'm breathing, making sure my diet is okay, all of these essential factors to life. And now my body has stored that energy that was once going towards working from depletion all day. Now it has the energy to be stored and used in any given moment that you choose to use your energy on. Where you choose to use your energy is still going to be important. You didn't just do all of this work to be willingly giving out your energy to anything and everyone, right? Okay. Now I want to talk about stored in molecules like ATP, because I was avoiding ATP even in the last lesson, but I'm realizing that it's really what I love. ATP is the body's immediate source of usable energy. The ability to give your energy to what you want is ATP on a biological chemical level. So us understanding that the body goes through this same process of prioritizing and transformation of where your energy needs to go helps us understand that we need to do the same. We need to assist the body. What gives us this ATP, right? This usable energy. And it's quite similar to our life's processes. Our food. What are you eating? Are you getting enough calorie intake? Are you eating enough fats and proteins? Now, oxygen helps release energy and food efficiently. Without oxygen, your body cannot make ATP effectively. Not only do I think that your environment is going to affect your breath, but that breath work, learning to regulate your breath, even breathing through your nose versus your mouth is something that we've spoken about before. Our water intake. Talking all this shit. Are you drinking enough water? It's not just to be cute, okay? So, I hope this helped you guys understand that working with your routine and going to the basics is going to help you have this surplus of energy stored, not just literally, physically, scientifically, but even in terms of your thoughts and emotional capacity. How are you going to be able to give to what you want if what you don't want, possibly subconsciously, is always draining your energy? If somebody, something, somewhere is always taking away from your energy, you can feel like cutting that off is gonna hurt you, but you have no idea how much it's hurting you more to keep feeding it. Not to mention that every time you give to that specific external factor, it receives your energy, a different, very spiritual concept of energy. Should I talk about it? So I'm going to do a telepathy series soon, but if you're thinking about someone, they now have a portion of your energy because you just gave it to them, emotionally as well, physically as well. You are giving that thing your energy. Make sure that thing, that person, that place is worth giving your energy to. And how are you going to know that? If it's reciprocating back to you, if it makes you feel good in return. It just is what it is. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.